I live with major depressive disorder, anxiety, and obsessive compulsive disorder. These aren't just moods or quirks. These are diagnosed mental illnesses that impact my intellectual functioning and daily adaptive behavior. Sometimes it feels like my brain is trying to sabotage me while I'm trying to give a keynote, write an email, record a YouTube video, or just get out of bed. So, when I tell you that I'm currently on the waiting list for a psychiatric service dog, I want you to know that this is more than content for me. This is about survival. It's about support. It's about dignity. Hi, I'm Mike Veny, CEO, mental health speaker, and mental health advocate, and in this video I'm going to walk you through the fastest and most reliable way to qualify a psychiatric service dog and whether your current dog is even eligible. Here are the exact questions I'll answer, so stick around because every one of them could save you time, money, and stress. Is your dog eligible? What are the traits to look for? How do you qualify your ESA or pet dog as a psychiatric service dog? How do you train a psychiatric service dog, especially for anxiety? Can you train your own dog? And what's the deal with psychiatric service dog ID cards? Do you need one? And how can it actually help? Where can you even get a psychiatric service dog? And how do people get one for free? All right, let's dig in. First up, is your dog eligible? Most people assume any sweet pup with a wagging tail can be a service dog. Not true. Service dogs need to be emotionally stable, confident, and dependable in all environments: airports, elevators, crowded streets, and even stressful medical appointments. The ideal psychiatric service dog has low reactivity to noise and sudden movement. They have high trainability and focus. They are calm but alert in their temperament. They have a strong bond and trust with you. If your dog is barking at leaves or panicking during fireworks, it might be tough. But if they are attentive, emotionally even, and responsive to training, that's a really good sign. Next, how do you qualify your ESA or pet dog as a psychiatric service dog? Let's clarify some terms first. An ESA, emotional support animal, can be prescribed by a licensed therapist to provide comfort, but they aren't considered service animals under the Americans with Disabilities Act, also known as the ADA. That means no guaranteed public access rights. To qualify a dog as a psychiatric service dog, it must be individually trained to perform specific tasks that mitigate your mental health disability. Think of it as taking what your ESA does naturally, comforting you, and leveling it up with task-based training. Here are some examples: interrupting obsessive thought loops, grounding techniques when you're disassociating, applying deep pressure to reduce panic, helping you exit overwhelming spaces safely. Your dog must be able to perform these tasks reliably, especially in high-stress environments. That's the legal key that turns a pet into a psychiatric service dog. So how do you actually train a psychiatric service dog, especially for anxiety? Good question. Anxiety-specific tasks are some of the most common and practical, and the training can often start at home. Here are a few starter tasks. Tactile interruption, we call it, teaching your dog to nudge or paw at you when you start showing signs of distress, like tapping, pacing, or hyperventilating. Deep pressure therapy, training your dog to lie across your lap or chest when you're in a state of panic. Circling or blocking, having your dog create space around you in a crowded environment. Training starts with basic obedience. Sit, stay, down, heel. Once that's solid, you move into task-specific training, either with a local trainer or through one of the newer online service dog training programs designed for psychiatric support. These modern video-based programs offer expert instruction, feedback, and flexibility. Some are self-paced, which is a big win if you're managing energy or executive function issues. Check the links in the description. I've listed a few reputable, proven options for you. Now, can you train your own dog to be a psychiatric service animal? Absolutely. In fact, under U.S. law, you're allowed to self-train your dog as long as it performs tasks that directly relate to your psychiatric disability. This is one of the most economical and empowering routes if you're up for the commitment. Just know it takes time, consistency, and patience. You want to keep training logs, possibly enroll in guided programs, and regularly test your dog in real-world situations. But the pride and connection that comes from doing it yourself, unexcelled, it's personal growth for both you and your dog. Let's talk about ID cards. Are they required? Should you even bother? Legally, no. Under the Americans with Disabilities Act, again the ADA, businesses can only ask you two questions if you have a psychiatric service dog. One, is the dog required because of a disability? That's a yes or no question. Two, what task or work has the dog been trained to perform? That's where the task-based training comes in. Very important here. They can't demand paperwork. They can't demand to see ID. But here's the real world hack for you here. Having a psychiatric service dog ID card often makes interactions smoother. It gives you an air of credibility and convenience, especially with gatekeepers like hotel staff, airline employees, or landlords who might not know the law. It's not required, but it can save you from awkward or exhausting conversations. Think of it as mental health armor. And for many people, that sense of assurance is so worth it. Again, I've listed genuine trusted sources in the description, not shady register your dog in 5-minute scams. Where can you get a psychiatric service dog if you don't have one already? Option 1, adopt and train your own dog from a shelter or breeder. Make sure they're young enough and healthy enough to go through the training process. Option 2 is apply through a nonprofit organization that specializes in psychiatric service dogs, like I did with Little Angels Service Dogs, who I'll have a link to in the description. These dogs are often trained for up to 2 years before being matched with a person. It's a long process, but these dogs are reliable, proven, and professional. And yes, you can get one for free. Some nonprofit programs offer service dogs at no cost to qualified individuals. These organizations are funded through donations and grants. The catch? Wait lists are long and the application process is intense, and the demand is high. You'll typically need to provide documentation of your diagnosis, a personal statement, letters from medical professionals, a commitment to care and training. But if cost is a barrier, this route is absolutely worth exploring. So let's wrap this up with the most important takeaway. Getting a psychiatric service dog isn't about going places, it's about reclaiming your life. It's about gaining relief, confidence, and a sense of control when your mind is telling you the world's on fire. Whether you're training your own pup or applying through an organization, this journey is about you, your health, your growth, your right to feel safe and supported. And if this video helped you even a little, please leave a comment below, share your story, or ask a question. Like the video, share it with someone you care about, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. If you want to learn more about me and my work, including speaking, writing, and my journey with mental health, visit www.mikeveny.com, where there's also a link in the description. And while you're here, check out my video on how to support an employee with depression, or this one on bad behavior in children. Thanks for spending some time with me. Take care of yourself. You deserve peace of mind and a tail wag or two along the way.